Check, check, 1, 2. Mic check, 1, 2.
Test 1, 2, test 1, 2.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Wainwright. We're at the Peace Memorial Multiplex for Hockey Alberta Senior AA Provincial Championships. Today's contest, as we kick off Day 3, features the 1-1 Lethbridge Lightning and the 0-2 Hillmond Hitmen. My name is Grayson Knutson. I'll be your play-by-play guy this afternoon. Pleased to be joined, color commentary, Tyler Remchuk. Dave Foley is our camera guy, Alex Testowich, our switcher, and Rob Zitlau is our director for this ICU Video Productions Procast. Tyler, this one should be interesting. Hillmond fighting for just a hope at a medal round game, while Lethbridge is looking for a victory to put themselves possibly in a gold medal match. Yeah, two teams in very different scenarios here. Hillmond kind of struggling to score so far in this tournament. Only a handful of goals for them as we get a quick whistle here, but they've had some encouraging signs pretty much since the third period of their first game and then their last game. Scott Yanoda, the starting goalie, he's been tremendous, but like you said, a win here today. They're just trying to maybe get a spot in that bronze medal game. They need to win, and then they need some help in the final two games here on Saturday. From a Lethbridge perspective, a win for them guarantees they're in at least the bronze medal and gives them a real good crack at the gold medal game. Should be interesting to see how everything plays out here today. We have meaningful games on the final day of the round robin, and that's pretty much all you can ask for. All three of today's contests will be hotly contested. Lethbridge has the puck in their own end. Nolan McElroy plays it forward. That one's dumped down, no icing. Yanoda, the starter for all three games for the Hillmond Hitmen, back out to collect. Payne has it along the wall, looking for Nielsen in middle ice. Nielsen and Colton Anderson, first save for Cole Schaefer in the Lightning net. Anderson on the puck now in the corner. Taken away by Edmonds. He's bumped there by Payne. Number 15 for Lethbridge is Brady Matson. There's two Matsons, and here's Cole chasing it down in the corner. So the Matsons are playing together right now, working in tandem down in that corner. Hillmond gets the puck out, but the Lightning have possession and dump it right back in. Yanoda behind his net to collect, leaves it there for number 17, Hunter Maydonic. In the black and red of the Sask Alta League's Hillmond Hitmen. Coming in hard there is James Price. We've seen him show off his speed a few times so far in the first two games. Price has it behind the net now. Passed it out in front. Nobody was home, though. It's going to go all the way down to the Lightning end. This whole line here for Lethbridge has been really strong. You mentioned Price. He's a guy who's been generating a lot of offense off the rush, and then there's Carson Bolduc as well. A couple of goals on the tournament for him. He's a big body. He moves well. He's got good hands. He's sort of the complete package here on this Lethbridge line. Here comes Price. Has a shot. It's an easy stop for Yanoda. Kelvin Swanson rounding out this trio for the Lightning. And he's whacking away at the puck there. Held in by Bolduc. Bolduc makes a move. Another one. Still cutting in. Finally taken away there. Looked like Josh Dudding for Hillmond. This one's ahead. Jamie Sparks flying in against McElroy. Gets around him, but the puck will go behind the net. Thrown on front. What a hit there, but that was not a clean one. Colby Gervais. I know other teams haven't been a fan of Gervais so far here, and he catches him with his head down. That's a hit to the head, I believe the ref just indicated. So if that is the case, that's a 2 and a 10 for Gervais. So yeah, it'll be a 2 and a 10. So Hillmond's gonna have to send a second player to the box here to serve the 2-minute minor. And you're right, he's just kind of coming around the net, wasn't looking up. And Gervais, maybe I think I agree with that, a little bit of a high hit. And you know, I don't mind even when it's close to being a high hit. When they call it, there's no need. I mean, at any level of hockey for guys to be taking runs anywhere up near the helmet. Yeah, your head is something you just don't mess around with. So good call here by the officials. And I mean, Gervais is tall, so his hits do tend to be a little bit higher, but as a taller player, you have to be a little bit smarter, I think, when you go to throw some of these hits. Hillmond will be shorthanded, so the Lethbridge power play goes to work. Ben Boley can't keep it in at the line, and it will go all the way down. Gervais, 2 minutes for checking to the head and attempting a misconduct. There's the official word from the PA announcer here at the Peace Memorial Multiplex in Wainwright. That one took a funny bounce. It kind of died behind the net there. Hillmond trying to collect, but right now it's Matson, Swanson, And now Hillmond will be able to get it out. Little chip there. Lenny Young will go the other way. Maybe an odd man opportunity, but good hustle by the Lightning players to get back and defend. Coming in here is Cole Matson. Two Matsons both in the corner, and they both kind of get bumped over. Edmonds almost held that in. Devery Edmonds hustling over there. This is Dunewald now, number 2 for the Lightning in those white jerseys with the blue and silver trim. Turnover there, and Hillmond once again clears the puck, so not a bad penalty kill so far for the Hitmen. Bolduc leaves it there for Laramie Kostolansky. Price. Looking back to the captain, Shea Whirl. Edmonds fires, that's blocked. Well done there by Jarrett Wayhill, and he'll get the puck all the way down the ice and run over Edmonds as well.
Lots of physicality early in this one. Hillmond's come to play.
Price with Whirl, and Swanson shoots, deflected, wide. Yanoda out of position at the moment, but the Lightning are unable to get the puck in front for a decent opportunity.
Something we've talked about a few times with Scott Yanoda. A little bit unorthodox. He flops around a little bit in the crease, but he gets the job done. He stops all the shots he's supposed to.
We're back at even strength. 15-15 left here in the first period as Hillmond survives the first penalty they take. Of course, they'll now be without Gervais for another 10 minutes. As he serves the misconduct that goes along with the hit to the head. Here comes McKay. McKay busting in. Backhander, weak one, was stopped easily by Schaefer. Heading back to collect. This one is Madonik. Battle along the boards, and coming up with that one is number 10, Dane Opel. He lost it. Now it's back at center ice. Edmonds takes a long shot. Easily blockered aside by Yanoda. Zintel is in there for Lethbridge. Picked off by Bilodeau. His shot goes wide. McKay has it, spins away from Zintel. And now the Hitmen break out. Skating forward with it is Anderson. Schaefer made the save, didn't hang on. Anderson wrap around. That's a great stop by Schaefer. He got the pad all the way over and shut the door.
No room for error. That was right on the goal line, Grayson.
Anderson working behind the net. First real good opportunity of the game goes to the Hillmond Hitmen. And Cole Schaefer equal to that first test. Nielsen keeping up the pressure for the Sask-Alta club. Long pass here. Knocked down. Zintel. At the end of a shift for him, he'll just go off and flipped it into Yanoda's glove, and he holds on for a whistle.
Let's take a look at some of that action here. We went over 4 minutes or close to it without a whistle in this one, and there's a ton to get through, including this big hit here. Edmonds goes to lay the body, and both guys taking it a little hard there. And another shot from the side, the first save for Cole Schaefer. He didn't start yesterday in their loss to Nanton, but right here you've seen a couple of sharp saves, and that one right on the goal line, and a nice play as well by Dunewald to step in and clear that puck out of danger.
Back underway in the Hillmond end, but the puck will come out. And McElroy goes back to chase. His partner on defense is number 28. Or sorry, that's number 20, Jesse Walsh. And that one is just wide. Here's a chance out front. Stansfield just missed. Little move here by Walsh to elude a check, and then he moves it up for Kostolansky, and Walsh also stood up his man. He was trying to run him over. It was Stansfield trying to lay the body, but Walsh wasn't having none of that. Whirl and Graham Murray come together right in front of the Lightning bench, and Boley skating with it behind his own net. This one will go all the way down for icing, and Hillmond will have an offensive zone faceoff.
Here's another look at that chance. Inside, outside, what a move by Lenny Young. He's been a bit of a spark plug for this Hillmond team, not afraid to mix it up physically, and right there showing off some of his offensive skill and getting a good scoring chance. Hillmond, a couple of nice looks early, a team that, like I said earlier, struggled to score here in this tournament, but encouraging that they seem to be getting some looks.
Murray behind the goal, trying to wrap it out in front. There's a shot, and it's stopped and held by Cole Schaefer. Getting that one off was Jeff Lorenz, number 19 for the Hitmen.
Even though they're only 1-1, Lethbridge has been getting some fantastic goaltending. Cole Schaefer on night one of the tournament, stopping the Wainwright Rustlers, the hometown team in the tournament opener. And then yesterday, Alex Serrard was just incredible, getting their Player of the Game award despite the losing effort. He was great. They go back to Schaefer today. I expect that they're probably going to ride with Schaefer through the medal round as well if they're fortunate enough to get there.
Each guy gets a game and then see who a little bit hotter at the time and go with that guy the rest of the way. It's tough in these really, really short tournaments to figure out your goaltending, especially during the regular season. Most teams split things equally. Another big check there is number 7 for Lethbridge. Nick Boley goes down. So the Lightning have a pair of Boleys and a pair of Matsons. And that one is another penalty here as Hillmond trying to be very physical here, but just teetering on that line a little bit too much. There's
a whack to the wrist, and
I think just the spacing from the boards is maybe enough to call that a penalty.
Yeah, and I'd agree with you on that. I definitely see why Murray's upset, because I think it was a combination of the hand on the back and maybe the opposing defenseman losing his balance a little bit. But you're right, on first glance there, you're thinking that's boarding.
Everything happened so fast, so Lethbridge will go back to the power play 0-for-1 here so far. They'll put out the Kostolansky, Bolduc, and Price line with Worrell and Edmonds on defense. It is Bolduc cutting into the slot, looking for a pass across. Nobody's home. Worrell chasing down against Young, gets it back to Price. James Price lost the handle, but was able to recover.
Watch for Worrell to be the trigger man. He's got 3 points already in this tournament. That leads the Lethbridge team.
Shot went off a stick and into the netting, so we have another face-off in the offensive zone for Lethbridge on this power play. $1:38 to go on that man advantage. 11:56 remaining here in the opening period.
Just based on the amount of power plays we've seen in this tournament, I don't think that's going to change as we get closer to the medal round. So you got to think whatever one of these teams can kind of get their power play in order quickest will have a great chance to win gold.
Bolduc trying to come off the half boards. He's tied up, and Edmonds can't hold the line. Dudding has it, and he backhands it out. Worrell is there, needs to wait for his team to tag up on side. And now they are, and the Lightning can breach the line. Again, they turn it over, though, so Hillmond doing a good job of standing up tall at their own blue line.
And his penalty kill hasn't really given Lethbridge too much in terms of quality chances early here.
Edmonds cautiously into the neutral zone, ahead for Swanson. He rings it around. Lethbridge going to change a couple players at the moment. Maybe an opportunity for Hillmond to get it out. Not quite. Matson, Cole Matson took a shot there, and that one deflects into the netting. We'll see where the faceoff is. I think they're going to take it out, saying it last touched a Lightning player.
Yeah, I think it went off the stick of a Lightning player and into the mesh. 44 seconds to go on this power play. Lethbridge going to have to crank it up a bit here if they want to avoid going 0-2 with the power play in the first 10 minutes of the game.
Face-off just outside the Hillmond blue line, won by Lethbridge, and Ben Boley will dump it in. Brady Matson was chasing there, but it's easily cleared by Hillmond, and Schaefer out to slow things up.
We've seen this Lethbridge power play struggle throughout the tournament. I remember that opener against Wainwright. They had a couple of chances, including a 5-on-3 in the first period of that game that they couldn't capitalize on. Now they were able to go on and win, but as the tournament keeps going here, they're going to need to find a way to get some production out of their man advantage.
Ben Boley had to hustle there as Payne was streaking in. Cole Matson, and Brady Matson couldn't keep the foot down long enough for it to stay onside.
Yeah, that is absolutely the right call. You see Brady Matson just and just half a foot offside. Couldn't quite drag it. It was either stay onside or pull your groin, and Matson went offside.
I think if you had to pick one, that might be the one to pick.
Yeah, maybe the whistle's not the worst thing in that scenario.
5 seconds to go in this power play for Lethbridge, so it seems like they'll be 0-for-2. Graham Murray standing up in the Hillmond penalty box, ready to return to action. McElroy over to Jesse Walsh, who dumps it in. And now we are back to 5-on-5 hockey. Murray stays out there and plays it forward. Big hit there by Walsh. He ran over Stansfield, and there was nothing wrong with that one.
Throw that up there with the biggest hits of the tournament. Walsh just lowering the boom on Stansfield.
Opal coming in on Yanoda, who backhands it away. Held in at the line by Nick Boley. Back down to Opal. McKay trying to get around Zintel, and he does. Up for Stansfield, the recipient of that big hit. He seems to be no worse for wear. I think that's the best thing about some of these big hits we've seen, is that completely clean and nobody gets hurt.
Yeah, and everybody's been popping right back up after.
Young cutting in. Young trying to stuff it short side, but Schaefer shuts the door.
Let's take another look at that big hit. Another thing I love about this is just a forward with his head down going to receive the pass and coming across the ice. You don't think that far side defenseman's going to be pinching over. He's not even really in your peripheral, and he absolutely runs him over. Love that. Even on a clean hit, you see it at the pro level and in the junior level, it's really bad, where a clean hit and there always has to be a fight after. Someone's always got to answer the bell. And you know what? We've seen 3 of them so far this weekend where everyone gets back up and the game just kind of keeps going, and it's nice to see that. That's what'll keep hitting such a big part of hockey, is if everyone can understand, okay, that is a clean hit. We don't need to go fight someone because he ran someone over, caught him in the trolley tracks.
I agree with you 100%, Tyler. Puck played forward through the neutral zone. Cam Hurt, haven't seen much of him so far here this afternoon. He's getting a shift right now with Laramie Kostolansky, trying to track down his man and win the puck back. Good forecheck here by Lethbridge. Dudding has it, up for Payne, intercepted by Wald. The defenseman coming around the net, throws it in front. Intercepted by Payne. Flicks it ahead for Dudding, who gets to the red line and just throws it into the Lethbridge end. Long pass here, tipped forward, and it is going to go out into the stands for another stoppage. 8:34 to go here in the first period.
Strong goaltending again here. You look at the shot clock, it's only 4-3, 7 shots combined through 12 minutes of game time, but still each goalie's had to make a couple saves now, where they're either sprawling across the crease, like you saw Schaefer getting his toe on that one on the line, or Yanoda stopping a couple point blank from the high slot.
This faceoff is controlled by the hitman in the offensive zone, but Lethbridge is able to break it out. Little neutral zone play here, Broom-Man. Here comes Bolduc, cutting in, Colin Bolduc. What a save by Yanoda.
That would have been a goal of the year candidate, or goal of the tournament candidate, I should say, if Yanoda didn't stretch out that pad.
Bolduc again in the slot, toe drag shot, stopped by Yanoda. Carson Bolduc, dangerous offensively for Lethbridge. Swanson, Price now, looks back to the point for Edmonds. Edmonds down low for Price, trying to get around Mann there, who shoves him to the ice. Wald pinching in, got it once but not the second time, and Hillmond finally able to clear, and they'll just all go off for a change here. Murray trying to forecheck, that one's all the way down to the hitmen, sorry. Murray taken down, maybe a trip, but no call there. Battle behind the net here between Tenney and Bilodeau. More bodies come in, trying to move that puck out. Lorenz, Murray trying to use his big frame. This puck is played forward now, and here comes number 15, Brady Matson. Cole Matson behind the net, loses out. Sorry, number 19 is Waldorf once again. It was Lorenz earlier, and we don't have a Waldorf on the Hillmond roster. There's a tip in front, they score! What a pass by Dane Opal. Brady Matson had his stick on the ice, and it's 1-0 Lightning.
We haven't seen too much of this line throughout the tournament, and right here they make their mark, giving Lethbridge an early lead, and I like that quick little backhand pass and a good job going to the net as well. Stick on the ice like we've talked about so many times, and the other big thing with that play is he elevated it. Yanoda, in the last 2 minutes alone, has made a couple of great saves down low with his pads. He covers the bottom of the net very well for a smaller goalie, so good presence there. Fire that puck into the top corner and not take any chances with a sprawling Yanoda.
So 1-0 for the Lightning here. 6.5 to go in the opening period. Looking for more here, but McClellan has it. Dusty McClellan up for Anthony Renier. Renier thought about a shot, but got taken down by Whirl. Threw it behind, Dudding. Back to Lenny Young, threw it in front, nobody home. Pinching in is McClellan. Just a saucer around the net there, and nobody's able to get there for Hillmond. Laramie Kostolansky turns away from a check and plays it up for Whirl. Looking for Cam Hurt. 1-on-4 there was Hurt because his mates had gone off for a change. Puck picked off here by Nick Boley, and he too doesn't have any help. Here come the reinforcements, flipped forward by Opal, and Yanoda will just steer it off behind his own net. Opal down low here. There's a shot that's stopped by Yanoda. Zintel runs into his man, but winds up the one on the ice after that. Flip pass ahead. Played well by Wall to steer it to himself and away from Renier. Then he just puts it into neutral ice. Newman, the Hillmond captain. His pass can't connect with Payne, and the Lightning have possession, but only briefly. Now they get it back. Boley. That's Nick Boley trying to come in here, and he's turned away. 5 minutes to go in the opening frame. 8-4 shots on goal for Lethbridge. That one's tipped all the way down onto Yanoda, who was having a conversation there with Sean Newman and decides to just cover up.
Got another look at that goal. Quick pass down low, and then on the backhand was Dane Opal, perfectly putting that on the back door for Matson.
Just like that, 1-0 for the Lightning. And now they have another opportunity here with an offensive zone faceoff. However, Hillmond does well, and they'll skate the other way with it. Madonic trying to get around Welsh, but the big defenseman for the Lightning shuts that down. Price comes the other way. James Price has a shot, blockered away by Yanoda. Waldorf played forward now. Kyle Tenney trying to sneak in, but Welsh is there once again. He's been solid for Lethbridge, not only in today's game, but all tournament. Swanson trying to get around 1 and 2 Hitman players. Bolduc looking for a pass in front. McKay broke that up. Michael McKay flipping it around here. His mates are changing, so buys them some time. Bolduc played that one up, looking for Cole Matson. Yanoda played it around, and then it goes back the other way for Dudding. Dudding, another reversal here for McClellan. There's that Zamboni area where the bounce is a little different. Off the glass, Wayhill throws it on net. Schaefer catches a shot that was likely going wide.
Take a look at another chance right there, and another save for Scott Yanoda. He's looking sharp once again, and there's a hit. Whew. It's a, like, these guys are throwing around their bodies pretty hard here. Hillmond fighting for, like we said, any chance to get to the medal round through the bronze medal game. Lethbridge kind of has their lives on the line here too. If they lose out, they could still get to the bronze, but they're eyeing up gold considering they're 1-1 thus far.
Yeah, loss for Lethbridge too, and all of a sudden Hillmond would have the tiebreaker on them, so their chances of a bronze medal game even might take a bit of a hit. So Lethbridge needs at least a point here. Somebody's getting a penalty. It's going to be a Lightning player, I believe. They're going to call Brady Matson here for a high stick.
Matson's going to argue that he let go of his stick there and that he was just kind of tangled up. Wasn't too much of a high stick, but his lumber definitely came up to the face area, and that's pretty much an automatic too. So Hillmond with a chance here on the man advantage to even things up.
There's a look at it. Yeah, it's just he's holding onto his stick with two hands and just has it, up by the face of the Hillmond player. So the Hitmen will go to the power play for the first time here this afternoon, looking for an equalizer. Number 15, Nielsen. Brady Matson, 2 minutes for high sticking. They're working it around now. Newman, man, cocked and loaded, but shot a little bit high. Young Looking back for Newman. He held the line well once, but the third time, finally, Lethbridge will get that out, and Yanoda will shovel it back for Brewman, the only goal scorer here in the tournament for the Hillmond Hitmen. Young, all the way across here for Stansfield. His shot is blocked, and then he gets run over by Edmonds. Young, little flip for Matt Nielsen, the Lloydminster product, and there's a collision at center ice. Shot from Nielsen is high and recovered by Opal here, and he's got time and fires at the length of the ice. 50 seconds to go on this power play for Hillmond, and they'll have to go all 200 feet here to see if they can't get an equalizer in this contest. Sparks. There's Brendan Payne chipping it back to Sparks. Colby Gervais back on the ice. He's on the power play as well. And he has the puck right now behind the net. Gervais looking for an outlet. Finds Maydonic down low. Sparks shot blocked. Gervais back to Maydonic once again. Over to McKay. McKay, little floater, tip scored. Jamie Sparks, wonderful hand-eye coordination. A power play goal for Hillmond. And late in the first period, we're tied at 1.
Goes back to the point and then just, recognizing you have some traffic in net and then quickly flipping it towards the goal, and some good hands as well from Jamie Sparks, one of those guys who was their leading scorer during the regular season, and you were kind of hoping for him to bring a little bit more offensively here at Provincials. Right there, finally getting his name on the score sheet. It's a second power play goal of the tournament for Hillmond, their first of the game. They're now 1 for 1.
So the Hillmond Hitmen are level now with Lethbridge. Late in this opening frame, Renier dumps it in. Young will chase, looking for more. In front, Renier has it. Couldn't quite hold on to the puck. Lightning heading the other way with Carson Bolduc. Gets through the legs, but it's right at Yanoda, and it bounced too far off his stick. He couldn't cover up, just pushed it aside. Young hit by a pair of Lightning players there, Price and Bolduc. Long pass here, maybe a 2-on-1. Stansfield has to hurry. Swanson, good defensive coverage there by the forward to get back. Renier down low, pass back out in front from Young. He's not going to find anyone. Bolduc battling with Renier there in the corner, and Bolduc is just a lot bigger and stronger than Anthony Renier. And now I believe Bolduc's going to get a penalty. Young went out to help Renier, and then Bolduc didn't like that and gave him a shot to the face. There's the goal one more time. What a great tip by Jamie Sparks.
Just sneaking it into the post, too. You can't really deflect a shot much better than that. It was kind of hip high, so put in a really nice spot as well, and then just getting a piece of it basically off the post and in.
So it is Bolduc in the box here. 27.7 to go in the frame. So one of those power plays that will carry over unless Hillmond can find something in the final half a minute. And it's going to take a little bit of work because they're going to have to go the entire length of the sheet to do so.
Carson Bolduc, 2 minutes for roughing. Time to 27 seconds.
Here come the Hitmen. 10 seconds to go in the frame. Pass out in front. Maydonic's not going to be able to keep this one in, and I think that's going to do it here for period number 1. Maybe Payne will get some kind of shot. No, he won't. Goes across, and that's it for the opening frame. 1-1 after 1 between the Lethbridge Lightning and Hillmond Hitmen. Tyler, what do you make of that opening 20?
A really good opening 20 from a Hillmond perspective as well. They killed off a couple of penalties early. They got a crack on the power play, made it count, tied it up. They're getting some good goaltending as well from Scott Yanoda, who has 9 saves. From Lethbridge, they need to stay a little bit more disciplined and maybe not get focused on the whole punching guys behind the play and being tough in the corner. Let's focus on moving the puck out of your own end and getting some offense going.
Absolutely. We'll see if Hillmond can do something with a power play to open the second period. They'll have a minute 33 of the man advantage when we return to Wainwright, the Peace Memorial Multiplex, and the Hockey Alberta Senior AA Provincials on ICU Video Productions Procast.
Meet Wainwright, a place of possibilities where the meaning of life lies in the details. Small fences when you need to borrow something from the neighbor.
Hey, good morning, Michelle. Hi, Sonia.
Where everyone knows your name. And there's no rest for the active in Wainwright.
Ah! Puck!
Did you say duck?
All right, guys, let's roll.
The way we roll might surprise you. They're tough as nails, family fierce, enduring, freedom on hooves. They are a symbol of us. Oh, and we've learned you never try to milk a buffalo. Yep, dog runs away for 3 days kinda big. Good luck finding a corner when you leave town. We stand on guard for love of country. A place where saying hello is mandatory. A handshake is your word, and looking each other in the eye means something. The steering wheel hand wave. When we wave, unlike the big city, we use all our fingers. Early morning road warrior, urban style. And yeah, we have everything that you need. We're one big family. You might say we save each other's bacon when things get tough. The dirt on Wainwright? Life is grounded in what really matters, an honest day's work, service to community and country. You see, life is what we make of it, whether it's agricultural processing, oil and gas services, or heavy metal. We believe less is actually more, because we're one of the most affordable and cost-friendly communities in Alberta. Meet Mr. Wainwright. Big as imagination in a family-first town.
Okay, see you in 2.
I'll see you in 2.
Yeah, I'll be there in a couple.
To work, to the arena, to the event. Everywhere in 2 minutes. This is our second nature, soulful. Make Wainwright your home. Roam to your heart's content.
fly so high I would kiss the sky. It'd be so, so right. So right. So right. If I could only fly, I would fly so high I would kiss the sky. It'd be so, so right. So right. So right.
I still know a place where simple pleasures are so beautiful, where big skies and endless spaces inspire, where freedom still feels real. This place is where rural Alberta pride rises and shines with the fist of will, and where there's heart in the fight to overcome what might stand in our way. I still know a place where every minute feels alive, like we're staring into the soul of things, where connection to land and place and people gives life meaning and has us feeling like we belong, where we appreciate the faces of possibilities, the makers, growers and tinkerers, crafters and imagineers, those who have the infectiousness of belief. This place is Wainwright. Life is what you make of it. Make it here.
Welcome back to Wainwright, the Peace Memorial Multiplex here, the Hockey Alberta Senior AA Provincial Championships after 20 minutes, 1-1 between the Hillmond Hitmen and Lethbridge Lightning. My name's Grayson Knutson, pleased to be joined by Tyler Uremchuk on this ICU Video Productions Procast. And Tyler, let's take a look back at the opening 20 and see why we're at 1-1.
Yeah, like you said, all evened up. Both goalies doing a pretty good job early on here. Scott Yanoda a little bit busy, but he's been busy all tournament. And the physicality is what caught me by surprise in that opening frame. Both teams throwing their weight around a little bit. And
they
like
know
I
what's
said,
on the line, yeah.
Yanoda right there with a great save, and then back the other way. That drag to the middle, and another one. We'll see a great Cole Schaefer save a little bit later on in this highlight pack as well, where he stretched across the crease. That shift by Carson Bolduc, that one I thought was going to be a game changer. He had two just fantastic looks at the net. Yanoda turning him aside both times. And again, like just running around like a bunch of bowling balls out there on the ice.
This is the, oh, pardon me, I thought that was the Schaefer wrap save. There's a big hit again, Jesse Walsh.
And again, we touch on this. No fights or anything after the hits. Just run a guy. It's separating man from puck, and the game continues on. Right there, the opening goal. Number 15, Brady Matson. His brother was on the ice as well, but he scooped up the pass from Opal. It was a great feed as well. And then just a really good, smart awareness play from McKay to just throw that puck on net. Sparks with the good hand-eye, and that is where we sit after 20 minutes of play.
That was a power play goal for the Hitmen, and they are on the man advantage once again here to start period number 2. It's their second power play of the game. They have a minute and a half worth of power play time, so here come the Hitmen. A little bit slower coming out of the dressing room here today.
We'll have a minute 33 of power play time here as well, so Hillmond with a chance to jump out to a lead. It would be the first lead they've held this tournament, if I'm not mistaken.
You would be correct in saying so. As we get set here for period number 2, conversation just down with the two officials and one of the Lightning players. That's Ben Boley, 28 years old, out of Lethbridge, Alberta. Spent some time with the Fort McLeod Mustangs of the same Ranchland Hockey League as a number of players on this Lethbridge team did. And then when the Lightning came into existence a couple of years ago, those guys based out of the Bridge were able to go home and play for their senior AA team.
Cuts down the driving time a little bit.
We are underway here in the middle stanza. Hillmond takes the puck back behind their own net, and they'll break out from there. Payne across the blue line. Send it around, and Gervais will step into it. Colby Gervais. Bump there by Edmonds. Trying to come in there was Matson, Cole Matson. Thrown back out. Here's Payne. Drops it for Maydonic. Over to McKay. McKay shoots. Stopped by Schaefer, and he swallows the rebound.
Get another look at that save right there. Some good quick puck movement by Hillmond, and then just winding up, looking for that deflection again, I think. That's about the right height to put it. And another thing, when you consistently can put it, I mean, lower than the hips at least. Preference is usually about knee high, but when you're not blasting it up by the heads, your forwards are a little bit more confident going to the front of the net. They know they're not going to have to quickly dodge out of one coming at their dome.
Gervais down low. Puck thrown in front there, and Kostolansky tried to chip it out, but it's held in by Maydonic. Sparks back for McKay, but it bounces off his leg and out. He has to hustle back. He's hounded by Shea Worrell, pardon me. Maydonic all the way around for Lenny Young. Young down low looking for Sparks. Payne is there as well. Here's Maydonic. Overshot there from the point from Bruman, is tipped wide. Good effort there from Kostolansky to get it out. Unfortunately, it's not going to kill any more time because it goes into the crowd. 15 seconds left on this Lightning penalty kill. As we have a face-off once again in the offensive zone for Hillmond. Just to the right of Cole Schaefer. 24-year-old goaltender out of Medicine Hat. She played a little Junior B in Shaunavon back in 2015-16. It's not super far from where I grew up.
Small town Saskatchewan.
About an hour or so, I guess. Stansfield. We're even up now as Bolduc returns to the ice. Stansfield threw it out in front. It's picked off by Price, and maybe the Lightning can go the other way with some numbers here. Swanson holding on, threw it out in front, nobody home, and Lenny Young will pick it up and turn the other way. Young across the blue line, has a shot. Schaefer got a glove to it. Rebound is there. Another save for Schaefer, as the shots are now 10-10. Swanson, Bolduc, little touch for Price. Back to Bolduc. Tripped up by Yanoda. And I think the goaltender for Hillmond is going to get a penalty here.
Oh, it's going to actually be a hook
call against Brewman.
Hook against Brewman. So we get another look at a Lethbridge power play. We'll also get a quick peek here at that series of saves right there. The puck bouncing in the slot right onto the stick of Brendan Payne, but he could not beat Schaefer either. And then back the other way, a great pass as well from Price finding Bolduc. This line has been buzzing all night. Gotta think it's just a matter of time until they find the back of the net.
Man had the stick up high, but I think it was more the diving paddle of Yanoda. I think refs don't like to give goalies penalties, I think is what it is. Bolduc. Holding it in is Whirl. Still in there. Now it's out. Price will regroup, and he has to wait for Swanson to get back on side. Or sorry, it's Kostolansky out there with this group now. Giveaway by the Lightning, and the Hitmen will just send it back down. Lethbridge on their third power play of the afternoon. Still yet to find the back of the net with the man advantage. Nice forecheck here by Wayhill, shorthanded. Battling up against Whirl. Finally loses out as Edmonds comes in to help out Whirl. Now Edmonds will skate up with it over the blue line, drops it off, thrown in front by Bolduc, and Price grabs it in the opposite corner. Price on the half wall, down low for Bolduc, cuts in front, good stick there by McClellan. Price around the net, little tip there, doesn't get out. Whirl from the point, had a thought, Bolduc has it, he shoots looking short side, and I don't think Yanoda saw it, but it missed the net. Edmonds holds the line, his shot from distance, rebound in front, Kostolansky can't find the handle. Has it in the corner now, Kostolansky over for Price. Price at the point now, took a wrister, bouncing in front, Price shoots, went off McClellan and off the glass, still in play, and finally cleared by Murray. Good pressure by Lethbridge.
Really good pressure here by Lethbridge, as it's going to get blown dead now on a high sticking play at the line, but a ton of great quality chances, not all of them resulting in shots on goal, but that was a great look right there. I thought for sure they were going to find a way to jam it in on the backhand, but would not go. Scott Yanoda is going to be difficult to beat tonight.
22 seconds left on this penalty kill for Hillmond, and they're going to get a face-off down in the Lethbridge end, and it's just one forward here by number 29, Matt Nielsen, who's just trying to kill off the rest of this penalty. Nielsen doing really good work down there. Colton Anderson helping out as well. Maydonic will just shoot it to the other side of the sheet, and we are back to even strength as Brewman comes out of the box, and he hustles over to the bench to get another forward out there. Matson, forward now for Matson. The two Matsons play on the same line. Swanson is out there now. Brady Matson loses out to a trio of Hitman players who clear the zone now, and Payne with a big hit along the glass on Dune Wald. Everyone okay there. Yanoda out to play it. Gives it away. Pass in front. Looking for Matson. Couldn't find him, and the puck is chipped out. Sparks with some speed. Trying to get there first. He does take the puck. Sparks around the net. Cut off by Walsh there. Wald. Hit there by Gervais. Nick Boley bumped by Payne, and then body slam to the ice. I think Payne's going to get a penalty, maybe more than one here.
There's something in there, got everybody nice and fired up, and now Gervais skating over as well. He needs to be careful that this doesn't get evened up or anything like that. It's going to be a holding call, and we'll get a look at that big hit as well as Wald got scrunched into the boards. Like you said, Brendan Payne going to sit for 2 here.
Not sure if he just didn't like how Boley rubbed him off into the boards, because he just held on to him and body slammed him to the ice, and then continued to just be aggressive with Boley, who was just kind of finishing his play is all he was doing. But
Lethbridge, their 3rd attempt on the power play was definitely their best. So let's see if they can continue to build on that here and maybe even take the lead.
Still a 1-1 game here, 14:30 to go in the middle stanza. Edmonds plays that one up for Bolduc. Carson Bolduc cutting in. Throws it back around for Price. Price, whirl, drop for Bolduc. Looking for a toe drag shot, and it hit Yanoda in the mask and goes out of play.
Did it get him in the mask, or was that maybe off the iron? We'll see here. A quick pull back and a shot. You're right, Grayson. Off the mask of Yanoda. He got a good view of that for Bolduc. That's why his 4th quality scoring chance here this afternoon. Has not been able to find the back of the net.
Yeah, Carson Bolduc buzzing. Kostolansky tried to go forward off that face-off, and he got tripped up. Hustling is Stansfield, and Schaefer's got to come out and play that. Young on the other side hacking at Edmonds. Stansfield with a bump there on Kostolansky. Bolduc coming in, his shot off the post. Carson Bolduc coming so close again. Kostolansky fighting his way down with the puck. Looking for an outlet here, finds Edmonds. Edmonds, whirl, back to Kostolansky, shot, toe save, and cleared. Yanoda popped it out into the slot, and his teammates were there.
Carson Bolduc, just every time he's been on the ice so far tonight, seemingly generating a great offensive look. He's going to start to get pretty frustrated, I'd imagine, sitting on the bench with 4 chances, and then that last one hitting the post as well.
Around 30 seconds left in this Lightning power play. New line out there, Bilodeau. Back for Ben Boley, his shot. Blockered away by Yanoda, tracked down by Cam Hurt, and his pass back to Dune Wald will elude the Lightning defenseman. Wald back to pick it up, just 19 years old, out of Calgary, Alberta. This one's ahead for Nick Boley. Battling there with Hunter Madonik. Madonik wins out briefly, but Boley gets some help. Now it's back with Madonik. Anderson moves it up, held in by Wald. Long shot, knocked down in front. Hillmond player was leaking out, but that puck hit the linesman. Prevented a pass.
Payne could have been gone on an odd man rush as well if that didn't hit the linesman.
Matt Murray just bowling his way into the offensive zone here. Doing a little bit of damage. Lightning get it out. Hillmond just put it back in. They can't enter the zone yet as Murray was a little slow to get up and clearing the zone. Ben Boley behind his own net, 12 to go in the middle frame, 14-10 shots on goal in favor of the Lightning in a 1-1 game. That one could have been bad. Murray has it. Murray looking to pass it across, and Waldorf missed it, but coming behind here, a slash and a cross check. I saw a couple indications there from the official. We'll see what the call is. Bolduc off the post there, going far side.
A great look right there. You saw that big hit a couple of seconds earlier. And then Yanoda with a nice pad save right there, kicking it out into the slot. Got to be a little bit careful with that. So who are these penalties all going to here?
I'm just trying to look and see who I can see in the box, but I don't see anyone in there right now. It does appear that
I think it's going to be 4 minutes.
Hillmond is getting a power play of some kind here.
I think it's going to be a 4-minute power play as well. It was a cross check and a slash all on one play. And it's going against Dune Wald. So a big chance here for Hillmond now with a double minor
Wald not a fan of that hit that Murray threw, so he tracked him down, gave him a cross-check and a slash, just doing all sorts of damage. Now let's see if Hillmond can capitalize. McKay over to Gervais. His shot goes wide, and on those shots from the opposite side, if they go wide, they tend to rim all the way out and back into your own end. McKay, the smooth skating defenseman for Hillmond, into the zone, pulls back to set things up. Maydonic. McKay down low, looking for Payne. McElroy is there for the Lightning, and he chops it forward, and nobody holds it in for the Hitman. Maydonic will track back, give it to McKay. Up ahead, looking for Sparks off his skate, and the Lightning clear again. Young trying to get it all the way across for Sparks. It's easily intercepted and thrown down by Jesse Welsh.
Trying to force that play a little bit at the line. Got to be careful at the blue line on the power play. You just need to gain that zone and then set things up. You don't need to try anything too fancy.
First minute of this 4-minute power play is gone. Young flying in. Young cutting across. Couldn't find the handle on the backhand. Young still with it. Threw it down off the end boards, looking for Matt Nielsen. Nielsen throws it back. Mann will switch with Stansfield. Newman. Mann is ready for a one-timer. It's blocked in front by Whirl. Well done to the captain of the Lightning there to stand strong in front of that slapper. Hillmond once again setting up behind their own net. Players make their breakout routes, and off we go. Nielsen caught from behind there by Bilodeau, and the Lightning clear once again.
Almost halfway done this double minor here. Hillmond kind of that one chance from Young. Apart from that, no real solid zone time.
Sparks dipsy doodling into the zone here. Lost it in his skates, and it's going to be cleared once again by the Lightning, who have Cole Matson racing in on Yanoda, who plays it back behind him. Maydonic. You got to be careful here. Hauls down Bolduc. McKay comes in and helps, and Maydonic loses his lid, so I was going to say he has to go off, but the play is whistled dead as the puck goes out, so he doesn't have to.
Here's that rush by Young. Recognizes that just that little bit of space for the lane to the net. Good job by Cole Schaefer to put that stick out. I mean, he never really makes contact with the puck, but what it did do is force Young to try pull it back, and that's eventually what caused him to lose the handle on things. So he won't get credited with a save, but a smart bit of goaltending right there from Cole Schaefer.
Maydonic, helmet now back, strapped on. Sparks. $1:20 left in the power play. McKay fires from the point and right into the glove of Cole Schaefer.
Shot from the point here, just trying to get anything towards the crease on Schaefer. Not a ton of traffic though. Schaefer kind of just saw that the whole way, was able to snag it with his glove.
So now we see Lenny Young out there with Stansfield and Nielsen. Newman and Mann on the points for Hillmond. That one took a funny bounce off the glass. Fortunate for Lethbridge as it cleared the zone. Newman, though, regains possession and carries it back in. The defenseman goes deep. Back to Stansfield. Lost it briefly in his skates, but found it in time. Newman over to Mann. Mann back to Newman. He's got Stansfield with a one-timer. Kicked aside by Schaefer. Right back to Stansfield. 45 seconds on the man advantage. Cutting out in front. Loose puck, and it's rifled down the ice by Bolduc.
If they can get through this last 40 seconds, this will be a major bullet dodged here by Lethbridge.
Big hit there by Nick Boley on McClellan. Dusty McClellan moved it up, though. Young shoots off the post. Lenny Young with a rifle, but it didn't find the back of the net.
He's having a great game.
There's a shot, loose in front. Can Young find it? No, he can't. Puck still with the Hitman. 14 on the clock for the penalty. Thrown in front there, and Young has it. Looking for an option here. Back to try to keep it in is Dusty McClellan, and he does a great job. Nice keep at the line. We're back to 5-on-5. The puck goes out of play, and Lethbridge will be able to organize themselves.
That last chance, a good, or one of the final few chances there Good one-timer, nice puck movement. Hillmond really started to come on at the end, and then right there, recognizing he had a clear look at the net, winding up, firing one, and lucky for Cole Schaefer, that one found only iron.
7:47 to go in the middle stanza. 1-1 is the score. Shots 14-12 for the Lightning. So not a ton of rubber thrown at the nets quite yet, but still lots of time as the teams look for that go-ahead goal here. Hillmond keeping the pressure on after that power play opportunity, but maybe a chance now for Lethbridge. Puck flipped forward. Well played there by McKay, who comes away with it as well. Really liked Michael McKay this entire tournament. McKay, little move, threw it in front, nobody home. As Graham Murray was all tied up there, and that puck is out into the crowd.
All evened up 1-1. Again, another solid goaltending matchup here. Shot clock 14-12 is how it reads right now. Hillmond had a ton of great chances as a fan lets that puck go right back onto the ice.
The referee will just put that, oh, usually they'll just keep it in the pocket for a little while. He just chucks it into the penalty box. That'll work too. Air, we haven't seen a lot of air or hurt for Lethbridge. They're out there right now with Brady Matson. Trying to break in. Almost too many there for the Lightning, but
smart play by Wald to just avoid touching it, but also stay in the play.
And then also well done by Wald there to fight off Nielsen, who just bypassed him. Wald again throws it up for Hurt. Cam Hurt, little flick pass, and he's got Matson. Brady Matson looking for a second, couldn't get around, and a nice poke check there by Yanoda, who also stops that other attempt from the half boards. Bouncing puck, tracked down by Colton Anderson. Anderson will shoot, goes wide of the target. Payne is there, throws it back towards the goal. Long pass ahead for Hurt. Cam Hurt in all by himself. He shoots, he scores. Cam Hurt puts the Lightning up 2-1.
You mentioned we haven't seen a lot of Cam Hurt tonight. Well, he makes his presence felt right here. Good breakaway speed. He created a little separation after getting a nice stretch pass, and then just waiting for Yanoda to bite a little. As soon as those legs opened up, Hurt slid it through the 5-hole.
So Lethbridge goes up 2-1 there. Cam Hurt gets some love from his teammates. Little ribbing too. If he would have missed that one, they probably would have had quite the chuckle at him, but he made no mistake here, and the team from the Ranchland has a 2-1 lead. We'll see if Hillmond can respond once again with about 6 minutes left here in the middle stanza. Stansfield comes in. Stansfield shoots, stopped by Schaefer. Rebound is covered up by the Lightning goaltender.
Let's take another look at that goal, starting with a beautiful stretch pass out of the zone right onto the tape of Hurt, and he does a great job of not getting too far ahead of himself. Sometimes when there's a good stretch pass opportunity like that, the guy gets so focused on skating ahead for the breakaway that you kind of forget you need the puck first, and that can cause some discombobulation, but a great job there by Hurt to stay with it, kind of take things one step at a time. Catch the puck, create the breakaway, beat the goalie, and then celebrate.
Maybe the most important part is the celebration. Hillmond looking to respond here. Puck thrown in front by Young is picked off, and back the other way come the Lightning with Carson Bolduc. Bolduc, a little inside out, trying to go up high, and I don't know if Yanoda got a piece or if that hit the post, but another amazing opportunity for Carson Bolduc. Now the puck is sent down the ice, and sure we'll get another glance at that last opportunity here.
And we will, coming into the zone, Bolduc again. Look at that move inside, outside, making the defenseman look like one of those stick handling triangles. Just the sticks out, he's kind of in no man's land. And Bolduc walking right around him. Like you said, I'm not sure if that went off the post or if Yanoda got a piece of it. Regardless, just chalk it up as another great look for Bolduc, and another one that's going to frustrate him a bit as he heads back to the bench.
Walsh flipping that one forward. He's got Cole Matson over to Brady Matson. Bilodeau. Back to the point. Walsh tried a shot, fanned on it, but managed to keep the puck in play. Sending it down low. Cole Matson all tied up there. Bilodeau battling as well. Gervais just throws it out, and maybe a chance now for Wayhill to use his speed. Cut off nicely there by McElroy. Dodges one, Wayhill throws it in front. That's going to be a penalty as Schaefer covers up, and he took a stick, I think, right in the, maybe the neck area, the helmet, and he's a little bit
honestly,
woozy.
that's a bit of a dirty play by Gervais using the toe of his stick, and you got to look at it right here. He just, right there, you see him take the toe of his stick and jam it up into Schaefer. No need for that. I mean, he had the puck covered, and Gervais was not making any sort of attempt towards the puck on that play. It was just clearly to get into the face of Schaefer. A power play for Hillmond, though, is still the result. It'll be their 5th power play of the game. They are 1 for 4 thus far.
They've only scored on the power play in this tournament, so another chance to find a marker here for the Hitmen. So it's Walsh for tripping. Hillmond will break out from their own end here with Lenny Young looking for Stansfield, and unfortunately it was slowed up by a stick and threw everyone offside.
Yeah, just a little offside, but Stansfield had a good head of steam coming into the zone right there. I've been really impressed with him so far today. He seems to be skating really well, generating some offense, got his bell rung in the first period, but he's bounced back and been one of the better Hitman forwards.
Face-off won by Lethbridge, and Ben Boley will just flip it all the way down the ice. Yonota out to play it. Got to be careful as Nick Boley was charging in, and he gave him the old how do you do. Kind of broke the ankles there. This one will go all the way across. Newman in possession. Brewman. Man, his lane is blocked, finds Newman. That one goes across. Stansfield one-timer deflected into the netting.
Back-to-back power plays now. They've tried to go to Stanfield for that one-timer in the circle, and he got all of that one. Just a good job by Schaefer to read it and come across. You got to move the puck a little bit quicker than that. It was still good, but when you got a goalie between the pipes like Schaefer, it needs to be really crisp and really quick to get him out of position and blast that one-timer.
So now Sparks, Gervais, and Payne will be out there for Hillmond, and Payne rubs his man out along the board. That's Dunewald. Payne has it in his skates. Gervais throws it down low for Sparks. Back to Gervais on the half wall. McKay up top, down low, back to Gervais. Little move, he's hauled down. No call upcoming as Kostolansky gets away with it. Now there's some pushing and shoving behind the play, and I think the refs are just going to take one apiece here and move on.
Yeah, we'll see what the result is here. Payne is for sure going to go off, so that'll be his 2nd trip to the box this game. And yeah, right behind him is Dunewald, so things will stay at 5-on-4 for the next 45 seconds here. Nothing to disrupt the Hillmond power play.
I think the officials are seeing that this one getting a little bit chippy, so maybe it's time to just start taking guys and throwing them in the box.
Best way to sort of prevent things here.
Gain control before it gets out of hand, exactly right. Young out there with Stansfield and Nielsen. Mann and Newman on the points. Shot tipped off the post. That didn't go in, even though Nielsen was celebrating like it had. Nielsen. Back for Young. Young. Everyone down below the goal line right now for Hillmond, or at least all the forwards anyway. Mann, 15 seconds left. Stansfield shoots. That's off the side of the net. Stansfield was just waiting for it to come to him, and now the Lightning will go the other way. Here comes Intel. And that one was shot wide, but I believe we're going to get a penalty to Hillmond there, as the late guy tracking him must have got a piece of him.
Before we get another look at that opportunity, let's look at one more save from Cole Schaefer. He's been tremendous, and actually I don't even think he got a piece of that. I think it was deflected wide and then right off the post. Right here, good rush up the ice that resulted in a scoring chance for Zintel, and then also a slash on the hands right there. Still got a shot off, so no penalty shot, but we're down to not 4-on-4 anymore, so we'll just be a straight-up power play here for Lethbridge. Their 5th of the game. They are 0 for 4.
It was right as the penalty expired, so Lethbridge goes right from the penalty kill to the power play here with about 2:40 left in the 2nd period. 2-1 Lightning in front. They're looking to go to 2-1 here and move to 6 points, put themselves in a good spot to be in the gold medal match. Hillmond just trying to pick up a victory and see if they can't sneak into the bronze medal game. Lightning have had a tough time breaking down this Hillmond penalty kill. They work it around okay once they're set up, but getting in has been a little bit tricky. And there, that clearing attempt actually hit a Hillmond player in the back of the jersey and managed to get out. Anderson almost come away with a shorthanded chance there, and Sparks just sends it back down.
You mentioned it, like those few times they have been set up and really going, they've started to get looks, started to put some pressure on Yanoda, but it seems like once Hillmond gets it out of the zone that first time.
Sparks with a steal here, throws it back out in front. Anderson was open, but it was more of a shot than anything. Swanson to Bolduc. Bolduc shoots, he scores! Carson Bolduc finally on the board. A power play marker to make it 3-1 Lightning.
Finally is right, Grayson. Bolduc has been buzzing all game. He's hit a goalpost. He's hit a mask. He's been robbed a couple times, but right there, making no mistake. A nice drop pass, and then he fires it low blocker on Yanoda and right into the back of the net. A huge goal for Lethbridge. Their first power play marker of the game was a timely one, as they're now up 3-1 late here in the second.
It's a tough time to give one up if you're Hillmond. Your penalty kill had been pretty good so far, but now down 2 late in the second period. They're really going to have to turn things on as we go to the third frame. If they could figure out a way to get one real quick back, that would change things, but Lenny Young skates in. There's a shot from Payne, fought off by Schaefer. Matson loses it to Young, who gives it up to Walsh. Bumping with Young still. Matson coming in, trying to get around McKay, and Yanoda jumps on it. McKay did enough to keep Matson from getting a shot off.
Let's take another look at that goal. Scooping up a loose puck, driving in wide. A nice drop pass from Kelvin Swanson. And then Bolduc, just a little bit of time to size up Yanoda and see that there was just a little bit of an opening there. We talked about that earlier in the tournament, that low blocker kind of area right there. It's real tough for a goalie to reach down when you can get it 2 feet off the ice.
Low blocker right over the pad is such a difficult one to stop for any netminder. I don't care who you are. It's just too far for your arm to reach, and not high enough for your leg to keep it up off the ice.
Especially when these goalies go down so quick now. I mean, we talked about this as well. Late goals in periods are absolute momentum changers, and that's a big one for Lethbridge now.
Stansfield shoots, he scores! Momentum back with Hillmond maybe, as Stansfield fires one high glove side.
Yeah, speaking of late goals, possibly changing momentum. Right there, Stansfield stepping in and ripping one glove side on Schaefer, and all of a sudden it seemed like Lethbridge was going to go into the break with all the momentum and sitting there up by 2 heading into the final 20, probably feeling pretty good about themselves. Now Lethbridge is going to be on their heels a bit, and Hillmond is going to be feeling good about themselves going back into the intermission.
Jesse Stansfield with a nice snipe there, and that changes things. 3-2, Lightning still in front, but Hillmond will feel a little bit better about themselves going into the dressing room. So it's Stansfield from Young, and it's another goal, Tyler, just right off a face-off.
Yeah.
How many have we seen? We got to be getting close to 10 now. Long pass up here, 20 seconds to play. McKay, maybe one final rush here for Hillmond. Maydonic has it. Maydonic, numbers here for Hillmond. Shot there is blocked. If that would have went through, things would have been interesting. McKay just tries to poke it away from Hurt. Yanoda out for an adventure here, but luckily for him, the period comes to an end before any damage can be done. Another look at that goal, Tyler.
Yeah, just off the draw, a nice play to push it up by Young, who's having a great game, and Stansfield, quick little rip, high glove. I'm sure Schaefer would like that one back. Whenever goals go out from that far, goalies tend to be pretty ticked at themselves, but you know what, that was a good hard shot by Stansfield. It was rolling a little bit, so credit to him for being able to get that on net and pick his corner.
Well, that's going to set up a real nice third period here. It looked like, you said it, Tyler, Lethbridge had all the momentum. They went up by 2, a late goal. But then Hillmond gets that one in the final minute, and it just completely flips the script here. As the officials are chatting with the Hillmond coaching staff, and Ben Pauley's just kind of hanging out watching, making sure that the Lightning are represented in this conversation. We'll see what comes of that as both teams and the officials make their way to the dressing rooms. You're watching an ICU Video Productions procast of the Hockey Alberta Senior AA Provincials from the Peace Memorial Multiplex in Wainwright. We'll be right back with third period action.
Meet Wainwright, a place of possibilities where the meaning of life lies in the details. Small fences when you need to borrow something from the neighbor.
Hey, good morning, Michelle. Hi, Sonia.
Where everyone knows your name. And there's no rest for the active in Wainwright.
Puck!
Did you say duck?
All right, guys, let's roll.
The way we roll might surprise you. They're tough as nails, family fierce, enduring. Freedom on hooves. They are a symbol of us. Oh, and we've learned you never try to milk a buffalo. Yep, dog runs away for 3 days kinda big. Good luck finding a corner when you leave town. We stand on guard for love of country. A place where saying hello is mandatory. A handshake is your word, and looking each other in the eye means something. The steering wheel hand wave. When we wave, unlike the big city, we use all our fingers. Early morning road warrior, urban style. And yeah, we have everything that you need. We're one big family. You might say we save each other's bacon when things get tough. The dirt on Wainwright? Life is grounded in what really matters, an honest day's work, service to community and country. You see, life is what we make of it, whether it's agricultural processing, oil and gas services, or heavy metal. We believe less is actually more, because we're one of the most affordable and cost-friendly communities in Alberta. Meet Mr. Wainwright. Big as imagination in a family-first town.
Okay, see you in 2.
I'll see you in 2.
Yeah, I'll be there in a couple.
To work, to the arena, to the event. Everywhere in 2 minutes. This is our second nature, soulful. Make Wainwright your home. Roam to your heart's content. I still know a place where simple pleasures are so beautiful, where big skies and endless spaces inspire, where freedom still feels real. This place is where rural Alberta pride rises and shines with the fist of will, and where there's heart in the fight to overcome what might stand in our way. I still know a place where every minute feels alive, like we're staring into the soul of things, where connection to land and place and people gives life meaning and has us feeling like we belong, where we appreciate the faces of possibilities, the makers, growers and tinkerers, crafters and imagineers, those who have the infectiousness of belief. This place is Wainwright. Life is what you make of it. Make it here.
Welcome back inside the Peace Memorial Multiplex here in Wainwright, where the Lethbridge Lightning are up 3-2 on the Hillmond Hitmen as we get set for third period action here at the Senior AA Hockey Alberta Provincial Championships. Grayson Knutson and Tyler Yaremchuk here with you. Tyler, we thought Lethbridge was going to have a lot of momentum at the end of that period, but it's Hillmond who scored a late goal, and that might change things. It'll be interesting to see what happens in the final 20.
Yeah, and it was an eventful second period, as you're seeing here with the highlight pack. Both goalies tested to make some big saves, and there was one of the many looks there for Carson Bolduc, and he had a ton of great looks. I mean, probably 3 or 4 in the second period alone. That one there actually drew a penalty as well, and then he eventually found the twine. You'll see that goal a little bit later. Net front scramble there, and you see that play from Gervais that we were chatting about. Then Bolduc again, inside, outside, off the crossbar. Like, he was just buzzing. He's been the best player in this game. I would agree,
yeah, for sure. Hillmond had a couple of power plays there, and they tried those one-timers cross ice with Stansfield, and then this one was tipped in, or Nielsen thought it was tipped in.
Put the arms up in celebration.
Going the other way there is.
And that one drew a penalty as well.
Intel, yeah.
Tons of great looks either way. Then finally into the goals here. Cam Hurt on that stretch pass. A great play up, and he makes no mistake. Just waiting for Yanoda to make a move. Then he slips it 5-hole.
Cam Hurt, nice little goal. That one made it 2-1, and then this to make it 3-1. Bolduc takes the pass and just snaps it. Blocker side right above the pad. And that was with under 2 minutes to go in the frame, and then this happened with less than a minute.
Yeah, Stansfield, a quick shot from the line again. Rolling puck, don't think Schaefer thought he was going to release it, and it came off at a bit of a weird angle since the puck was rolling a little bit. Get a good look here at Ben Boley now, chatting with the officials, just like he was at the end of the period as well.
It seems to be a pretty good conversation. I wonder if they're not buddies or something. I don't know. Yeah. It's hard to say.
When you spend 3 days in Wainwright together, everybody becomes friends,
You
right?
got to run into each other. Yeah, we've seen people all over. We saw the Morganville guys in the pool this morning when we were sitting in the hot tub. So
they're getting a pregame hot tub in.
Yeah, they'll be in the late game this evening against Wainwright. That should be a good one. Morganville looking to book their spot in the gold medal game, and Wainwright, depending on how the rest of the day shakes out, they could be fighting for a bronze medal game spot. And then, of course, we have Nanton and Daysland sandwiched in between that one and this one. And we're about to get underway here in the third period. Nanton and Daysland should be a real good game, too. That stick explodes, and Hillmond goes the other way. Stansfield tried a shot, and he fanned on it. Then he just turns the puck over to Price. Action happening early here in period 3. Swanson comes in, gives it off to Bolduc. That save is made by Yanoda.
Got another look at things right here. Driving in, nice inside-outside move, and then finds that winger coming in on the side. Good quick shot. Yanoda was in excellent position, though.
What happened in that 21 seconds there? And it's going to be a face-off to the left of Scott Yanoda. I don't think we've seen anyone kicked out of a face-off yet here this weekend, but we just got one there.
No, you're right. We haven't seen very much of that.
Got booted. Puck's still in here for Lethbridge, just thrown down deep, and Hunter Madonik is on it. Ahead for Stansfield. Backhand flip pass for Renier. Maybe a chance here for Hillmond. Young couldn't handle that pass.
A little bit too far back in the feet. Renier could do that one again. I think maybe a soft chip towards the middle might have been enough. Let Young skate into it a bit, but that was a wide open 2-on-1.
Lightning in possession now, down low with Price. Throw it out in front. Swanson scores! Kelvin Swanson, and it's 4-2 Lethbridge.
Second point of the game for Kelvin Swanson, and that's how hockey works. A 2-on-1 the other way. Hillmond botches it, and then a nice pass in front, and Lethbridge takes advantage of their opportunity, jumping back out to a 4-2 lead. In the last 3 minutes of game time, we've seen 3 goals as these two teams starting to find their offensive touch a little bit.
Kelvin Swanson, the 23-year-old from Milk River, Alberta, is on the board here at the Senior AA Provincials.
Assisted by number 13, James Burke.
Lightning keeping the puck in. McElroy shot from the point. That's not going to get very far.
1903.
Battle down low here. Lightning come up with it. Matson, McElroy. Matson wins it back. Matson shoots. And a sliding Wayhill. Got a stick on that to deflect it out of play.
You almost have to give the Matson brothers what they call in the play-by-play industry the Sedin treatment. No more last names. It was always just Henrik or Daniel.
Exactly.
Just go with the first names. And
Brady and Cole, yeah.
Brady and Cole. I think everyone would understand.
And there's a couple goalies too, right? With Ben on the back end and
the
Nick
Matsons
up
though
front.
on the same line is
yeah,
what
that's what
adds
tricks
to the
it up.
confusion.
Yeah. Puck played forward here by Hillmond. Long pass across the ice. Deflects down into the Lethbridge end. Ben Boley back to play it. Waldorf in on him. Cole just chips it into neutral zone. Brady gives chase. Puck sent back in, and the Lightning will make a change as Hillmond pick it up behind their own net. Waldorf just zips it down, and he didn't get the red line though, so icing called against Hillmond.
Close icing call doesn't go Hillmond's way. A nice shuffle pass down low. Price just grinding and then knowing that he had a teammate in front, just kind of had to put it into the slot and allow Swanson to skate onto it, making no mistake on the wrister as well.
Offensive zone face-off here for Lethbridge. Shea Whirl to take it. Kostolansky was set up in a shooting position there, but it was won by Hillmond. They can't clear the zone though. Whirl, nice little move there. Whirl trying to cut in, and a sliding Michael McKay disrupts the play.
Cam Hurt was waiting. He was in that one-timer position looking for his second of the game.
Nielsen driving in on his man and just kind of barrels through Edmonds. Puck back at the point with Maydonic. McKay has it. McKay shoots. That's wide. Picked up by Payne behind the net. Payne on his backhand. Back to Maydonic. Over to McKay. McKay down in front. Tipped. Rebound is available, but it's cleared away, and back come the Lightning. Hurt. Poked away by McKay. Ahead to Payne. Breaking that one up there is Lenny Young. He's tripped up, and that's going to be 2 minutes in the box for the Lethbridge Lightning as Hillmond goes back to the power play.
Get a look at that last save here before Hillmond will get their 6th power play attempt. Thrown down low. Nice job on the deflection. Not too much speed on the shot, which is why Schaefer was able to kind of stand his ground. And kind of when you know that shot's not coming in too hard and the deflection's coming, you get settled at the top of your crease. Make sure you cover the bottom of the net and just make yourself as big as possible. And with today's modern gear, you know you're probably going to stop it.
Lightning win the face-off. They're not able to clear the zone, at least initially.
2 minutes for tripping.
Now Swanson has it, and he fires at the length of the sheet. Yanoda out to play it. 19-19 the shots on goal here, but the big scoreboard reads 4-2 Lethbridge. $1:40 left on this power play as Lenny Young moves up ice for the Hitman. Renier trying to get it down low. It's right at Schaefer, and he will hold on to that one. And little bit of coming together, but I'm not sure who that Hillmond player was. I think it's Stansfield. He actually does a really good job to avoid hitting Schaefer there.
Yeah, and you can kind of see here Stanfield puts his arm up when he's on the ice, kind of letting everyone know he didn't intentionally go through that crease. And if he wanted to hit him, he could have hit him. He kind of brought the leg up and tried to step over him at the last second, and then he went down. Stansfield's had a really, really good game here for Hillmond, and look for them to keep setting him up on that one-timer slot where he's currently standing.
Mann, there is Stansfield, top of the circles, back to Mann. Mann fires! That one hits a leg and goes wide. Stansfield regains possession for the Hitman. Up top to Mann. Going down for Newman. Newman looking in front for Nielsen. It hopped over his stick. Stansfield again. Nielsen. Lenny Young, the other forward here for Hillmond. Mann. Penalty going to be called here for a high stick against Nielsen. He is not having any of this.
He was a little behind the play, so I didn't see it. And I mean, high sticking penalties are usually pretty easy to call for officials. Nielsen is really irate, though, in the penalty box. Negates what was a big power play for Hillmond. They're now down to 1 for 6, and Nielsen still smashing his stick in the penalty box. He's angry. It'll be a minute 2 of 4-on-4, and then we'll get a very, very brief Lethbridge power play.
Bruman was getting an explanation there from the official. Now he heads off. So face-off in the Hillmond end, won by the Hitmen. 4-on-4, lots of room for guys like Jesse Sparks to use their speed. He comes in, shoots, and he scores! Jesse Sparks has the Hitmen back within 1. A lot of times those on-cue plays don't really work out, but this time Sparks using that quickness and then just use the defenseman as a screen.
Again, another example here in this game where at the end of the second period, we're like, all right, big break for Lethbridge. They got a late goal, and Daysland just didn't quite let themselves fall out of it. They grab a late one. And then right here, another example of it. Nielsen takes a penalty, negates a power play, and you're going, well, that was kind of their chance, a big power play, and it seems like momentum's going to go back to Lethbridge. And once again, they take advantage. Sparks, a big goal for him.
Hillmond team just will not go away quietly here. Now Bolduc trying to answer back the other way and trying to play it from his backside. Price has it. Price flips it to Edmonds, keeps it in at the line. Edmonds shoots, Yanoda tips it. Price trying to shovel it between his legs and back into the net. Sparks again. Bolduc on him like a hawk.
Scott Yanoda picked up an assist on that last goal, so the goalie doing a little bit of everything here, stopping pucks and setting up goals.
Bolduc with a shot from center ice, and Yanoda with an interesting save.
Yeah, he really had to stretch out to make that one. I think it fooled him a little bit, and interesting that he didn't find the time to play it off quickly because there's no one from Lethbridge even close to the offensive zone. They were changing all 4 of their players.
So the face-off will be to the left of Yanoda. 7 seconds left, 4-on-4 action, then a 59-second power play for the Lightning. Goalie's shot is blocked. Stansfield poking it up, hurt, immediately involved out of the penalty box. Lethbridge will now take their time and get things set up. Long stretch pass looking for Cole Matson. Bilodeau getting some power play time. Cross ice. Boley steps into it. Stopped by Yanoda. Rebound was there, but Matson couldn't handle it, and then it's dumped all the way down.
Nice play by Stansfield there to make sure he got that puck out of the zone, clearing it away from danger.
Brady Matson for Ben Boley. Boley tried a shot. It went off a leg and right to Whirl. Whirl, cross ice. Brady Matson trying to throw it in front, blocked by Newman. Good play there by Murray to win it off the boards and send it down the ice. And that will do it for this abbreviated Lightning power play. Hillmond with the puck now down in the offensive zone, and Murray couldn't get a stick on that one thrown in front. Murray just ran into a guy from behind, and he's just going to go right to the penalty box. He's going to say that it was a turn here. The 2 officials are going to come together. It is a hitting from behind penalty. So I believe Murray is done for the day.
Yeah, and they are. They're going to give him the boot here in the 3rd period. So with 13:56 to go, Murray is ejected from the game. It'll be, is it 2 in a game or 5 in a game?
Looks like 2 right now is what they have on the board. I think it's a referee's discretion whether it's 2 or 5.
There's no injury. Player popped right back up,
Yeah.
so that would lead you to believe it's going to stay a 2-minute penalty. So another opportunity here for Lethbridge to try to put Hillmond away. The Hitmen have just kind of been hanging on by a thread here.
Murray's argument was that the player turned at the last minute and he couldn't hold up, but hitting from behind.
You got to be careful
all
when
day.
you're going into that zone anyways.
Edmonds shot tipped in front, scored. How quickly they strike the Lightning, and it's 5-3.
Face off, one clean right back to Edmonds, and he just has too much time and space to not wind up and fire that one. A hard, low shot. No one even deflected it. An absolute boomer from number 11.
Kostolansky was in front, maybe just distracting Yanoda a little bit. Another goal off the face-off here. Lethbridge with a power play marker finally. Took them 7 chances, but they have one now, and with 13:50 to go, the Lightning are up by a pair once again.
We'll see if the Hitmen can bounce back and find a way to stay in this game now.
Sparks loses the handle. Gervais has it now. Sends it back down low. Sparks will pick it up. They are going to give it to Laramie Kostolansky here, saying that he tipped it in front. Edmonds and Bolduc getting the assists here on that power play marker. Gervais into the offensive zone. Anderson back to Newman. Newman shoots, it's off a stick and into the corner. Mann keeping it alive. Gervais has it.
Ooh.
And he bumps into Nick Boley there.
Bol was going to lay the big open ice check, and Gervais just stood him up.
That's going to be a slash here against Wayhill. Mann fires, it's right into the glove of the goaltender. Of course, as soon as he touched it, though, it was going to be whistled dead.
And there's that hit, the big reverse. Gervais just absolutely standing up Boley.
I think some of these immediate responses by Lethbridge to go back up by 2 is kind of frustrating Hillmond a little bit.
Absolutely.
It's starting to show in their game.
Right, when they can kind of feel the game coming back within reach, Lethbridge is finding a way to just pull away once again. And I mean, I don't know, if you're Hillmond, no one to blame but themselves. You can't be giving teams that many looks on the power play. This is the 9th attempt for Lethbridge.
Lenny Young will try to hook that one back, can't do it. Boley has it now. Ben Boley. Swanson. Over to Wald. Wald in front looking for a tip. Not finding one. Boley. Here's Swanson. Swanson and the Matsons out there right now. Boley from the point. That one is off the skate of Brady and into the corner. Swanson again. Just retaining possession. Here's Cole back to the point. Wald over to Boley. Just off the heel of the stick. Maydonic gets it all the way down the ice, and Hillmond will gratefully take that change with about a minute left in this penalty. Boley leaves it, and it's dropped back by Wald to Boley. Payne pestering them. Bolduc gets around his man. Carson Bolduc. James Price looking to go back to Bolduc. It's off a stick and into the netting.
I mean, the Hillmond penalty kill is looking good right now, and it has been good all game, really. When you're forced to kill out 9 attempts, you've only given up 2 goals. That's a pretty decent percentage, but it's tough to score goals and come back, and they need goals right now. Down by 2, 11:30 to go. It's tough to do that and tough to mount a comeback when you're constantly in your own zone and just icing the puck.
Penalty coming up here to Lethbridge now. As Price touches up, they're going to get Kostolansky for a high stick here. Looks like it was McClellan who he clipped. No injury to McClellan, so this is just going to be a 2-minute penalty. So we'll play 32 seconds of 4-on-4 before Hillmond to go to the power play for $1.28. And again, maybe an opportunity to pull within 1. And if you make it a 1-goal game, you never know what can happen late when you pull your own goaltender. Of course, there's lots of time left before we get to that.
Given how the scoring has happened in this game, lots can change.
Maydonic, McKay tried a shot there, but he didn't get all of it. And McKay gets run over. What a hit by Price. Now Price in possession. Up ahead for McElroy, rubbed out by McKay. Michael McKay, the Lloydminster native, heavily involved for Hillmond here. Payne. And Hillmond is now on the power play. Sparks, Maydonic, thought about shooting it and then lost it as Bilodeau poked it away from him. Lenny Young, hounded by Nick Boley. Young gets through a couple players, looks for Sparks. Sparks fires, and Schaefer hangs on to it.
Good job by Schaefer to hold on, but that shot came right as there was a screen developing. You'll see it just timed perfectly with Young coming across, just solid positioning by Cole Schaefer, who holds it out, making his 20th save of the game.
Scott Yanoda heading to the bench here. Did Hillmond just pull their goaltender with 10:37 left?
I love this. I absolutely love this. You have a 6-on-4, you go for it. You've been struggling to score goals this period, or this tournament. Absolutely. Push your chips into the middle and go for it.
They're all in now. This is interesting. Newman has it across, and Stansfield missed on the one-timer.
He's fired off 4 good one-timers today. That's the first one he's missed.
Stansfield, Brewman. It's a 2-man advantage for Hillmond because the goaltender is out with 10 minutes to go. Man fires. That's stopped by the goaltender, Schaefer.
It'll be interesting to see what happens when it gets back to even strength. Are they going to try to put Yanoda back in on the fly?
There's a shot stopped by Schaefer. It's into the corner. That one coming off the stick of Renier. Nielsen has it. Back to Newman. Over to Mann. Mann throwing it down. Stansfield has it. Looking for Young. He's taken down. It's just chipped away by Zintel. 22 seconds left in the penalty.
Seeing we're getting to the point here, I'd have Yanoda heading back out on. I don't think you want to play 6-on-5 this early out.
Hillmond trying to gain possession in the offensive zone here. Matson, that's Cole Matson with it. Looking at that empty net, decides I'll just ice it the length of the sheet, and we are now back to, well, 6-on-5 as Hillmond still has the goalie out and he's making his way over.
And watch this, they're going to get ready to put Yanoda back in the net here. They're going to put their goalie back on the ice on the fly.
No, nobody went off.
There you go.
Now
Payne finally goes off and Yanoda's back in the net.
Young around the net. I love everything about this right now. Madonik has it. Back to Young. Young shoots. Glove save by Schaefer.
I mean, the gamble didn't really pay off for Hillmond, but I love that they tried that. Like, it didn't hurt them at all. Generate some looks. They got some good chances, and Yanoda's back between the pipes. Here's some of those looks they got with the 6-on-4. Good job by the Killers on Lethbridge, outnumbered 6-4 in that tight offensive zone.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of what Hillmond just did there. I'd like to see that a little bit more, actually. I mean, obviously, there's a time and a place and a desperate situation when your tournament life is on the line here. Cam Hurt trying to get away from McKay. Hurt, sharp angle shot stopped by Yanoda. Given away here, Kostolansky has it. He shoots, that's high. McElroy trying to keep it in, and he did only briefly. Payne trying to get behind him, but McElroy did a good job to recover. Nielsen drops it for Anderson. Anderson, weak shot, knocked down in front. And he runs into Walsh there. That puck's backhanded away. Hurt is behind the defense, but good recovery there. Anderson trying to get around McElroy. Those two have been battling for the last 15, 20 seconds, and they continue their fight. This is going to go all the way down right on Yanoda, so no icing as we near 8 minutes remaining in the third. Hillmond down by a couple. Young had a man in front, but couldn't see him quick enough. Payne throws it in front. Deflection there, goes wide. There's a shot from Newman that'll come all the way around and out as Brewman picks it up in the neutral zone. Young flips it over to Payne. Payne looking for Renier in front. It's blocked. Brewman holds the line very well. Mann stepping in, shoots. Glove save by Schaefer, only got a piece of it though. That one's chipped out into neutral zone. Hillmond cranking up the pressure now. And play is blown dead here. Oh, a glove pass is the call.
Late whistle on the hand pass. Here's a couple of looks at some saves. First up, Yanoda had an angle good as the winger was coming down, and Brewman throwing one on net, just whistling it wide of the cage. He had Young in front as well, providing the screen. Almost a look on the wraparound as well. 7:26 to go. We know Hillmond isn't afraid to pull Yanoda. I wonder if around the 4-minute mark we might see him out for good.
Be interesting for sure. And the thing I think for Hillmond right now they have to realize is that only getting 2 points is probably not going to do you any good now because 4 teams have points. And the least amount of those points is 3. So they need all 3. They need to win in regulation.
Same time, you're playing for pride to some extent, right? You want to be able to come away from the tournament with at least a win. Because even if they were to pull this off, score 3 goals, and get the 3 points, it's still very unlikely that they would end up in the bronze medal game. They would need some serious breaks.
They would be ahead of Lethbridge, though, and that would change things. However, here comes Bolduc. Bolduc in, leaves it for Price, who scores. Carson Bolduc dropping it off for James Price, and Scott Yanoda couldn't do anything except for try to reach back with the stick.
A gorgeous play on the breakaway, dropping it back, recognizing that he had a teammate going to the net. We'll get another look at that in a minute, and there's something I want to point out, but just some gorgeous playmaking and good vision from Carson Bolduc. He's been tremendous here tonight.
Hillmond just really trying to throw bodies forward, and it costs them there. You see that occasionally. You have to take some risks when you're down, and sometimes the other team can catch you on a counterattack. Now what will Hillmond do? Tip in front, stopped by Schaefer.
18, Kelvin Swanson, and number 28, Carson Bolduc.
This is Maydonic. Maydonic firing from center ice. It's caught and held by Cole Schaefer.
Quietly putting together a good game is Kelvin Swanson, who picks up a second assist. Okay, watch Bolduc as he comes into the zone here. You know his plan right here. He does that quick little shoulder check to make sure there's no one there. Knew exactly the angle Price was taking to the net. Knew all he had to do was just leave it on the doorstep for him. A really nice piece of playmaking right there. And Lethbridge up 6-3 now, and you got to think that'll do it for Hillmond.
Well, they're going for broke here. The goalie's out once again. Yanoda almost made that save, too. That's the thing about that.
It was a tremendous effort. We mentioned his unorthodox style a few times. He's been an absolute treat to watch. The flexibility for him as well. Being able to cover the bottom of the net as well as he does was tremendous.
So Hillmond again with the netminder out. We still have over 6 minutes left to play, but again, they need 3 points. You got to think, though, if Lethbridge would score one more here, they would stop trying so hard in terms of pulling the goalie in. Oh, they almost scored there. It was a real good opportunity for Payne, but he couldn't bury it. Good play there to keep it in at the line by Maydonic. McKay playing it back, and it's going to come out. Payne into the zone, gets around Wald. Payne pulls it out in front. Maydonic down low. Whirl just gets it out. 5:40 to go. McKay waiting for teammates to tag up, gets it to Sparks. Just over the line. Payne throwing it down low. Schaefer stops it and plays it. Gervais couldn't quite grab it off the glass, and it's flicked out once again. Maydonic back in front of that empty cage. Trying to go all the way down, leaves it for Sparks. His shot is blocked, puck is loose. It's off another leg as the attempted clear is finally made by Cam Hurt. Here's McKay. Up ahead for Anderson. Anderson battling there. Can't come away with it though, as Lightning will just flip it out once again. Mann over to Newman. Back to Mann, they go D to D. Mann all the way up, try to pass there, it's gonna go for icing, so you know it's gonna have to go back into the cage here, but they just went almost a minute and a half without having to really worry about anything, and there's that chances.
Yeah, really getting them out of the net early, and they're generating looks with it as well. They just need to find that finish, and that's been what's plagued Hillmond throughout this tournament. Their lack of goal scoring has really killed them.
So here we go with a face-off in the Hillmond end, and this needs to get out quickly so Hillmond can go back on the offensive. And it is out. We'll keep our eye again on Yanoda. Maybe they'll wait till they have possession in the offensive zone. That one's going to go off the glass, so it should be a face-off inside.
How
and
did
I think
that
Yanoda will
did
go.
It bounce off a seat and go right back onto the ice? Because it ended up back on the ice.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it was the seat or one of those heaters or what, but it
maybe
left
it was
and
off one of the heaters.
So we will see Yanoda out again. And the Hitmen are actually going to take a timeout here. think it's the first time out we've seen as well.
No, we had one.
We had one earlier?
In the earlier game. Ah, man, who was I? It was on Friday, and it was before the face-off with 7 seconds left that almost generated a scoring chance. I believe that was Lethbridge, Nanton.
Yeah, that's right,
the early game. 2 more games on tap today. Nanton, Daysland at 5:30, so we got that to look forward to. Again, both those teams right now, Nanton's 1-1, Daysland's 2-0 though. Yep. So a chance for Daysland to guarantee themselves a spot in the gold medal game. If they lose that, tiebreakers galore.
Yeah, if Nanton wins that, all of a sudden they have the tiebreaker on Daysland, which puts them ahead in the standings, and Daysland might go from looking like a gold medal contender to having to play for bronze.
Well, and then if Lethbridge holds on here, they're 2-1. Daysland would be 2-1. Those two teams haven't played each other, though. We also got to factor in Daysland started the tournament with a 7-0 win. Things could get real interesting.
Get your calculators out, folks. There might be some math to be done before the night is out. We will see. And remember, the tie-breaking procedure is not goal differential. It's goals for divided by goals for plus goals against. You get a percentage number of goals scored in games you've played is what the tiebreaker is. So that makes things a little bit more complicated.
They can't just do plus minus.
They can't just do straight up plus minus. So, for example, in this game, Lethbridge would have 667 goal percentage. If you take 6 and then add 3 and 6, divide 6 by 9, you have 6, repeating.
You lost me at the first 6.
Just trying to get those math skills sharp in case I need them later. Thrown on net, Schaefer will cover that one up with 3.5 to go. And you might see some of this stuff. You hope not, but
and the
Hillmond
ref got
obviously
clipped with a high stick there as well. Never want to see that either. Puck thrown on net and just going hard for the rebound in a 6-3 game, trying to get any sort of offense going, and then you see the ref get whacked right there. That's not good. All is well, though.
Seems to be all right. It's on the hand, it looks like.
Yeah, I think he had time to kind of brace himself.
Yeah, that's good. So this ref's doing a solid job all weekend, we've seen. And again, like we've mentioned a couple times, they're also playing for a gold medal, essentially, as they want to try to be in that gold medal game. Flip forward. Goalie still out here for Hillmond as it's down for icing, so another face-off coming up in the Lethbridge end.
Speaking of the upcoming games, Wainwright and Morinville is the late one tonight, and that's another one that could throw yet another wrinkle into things. Morinville is already 2-0, so a win from them means that they're going to be guaranteed in the finals.
Yeah, whereas Wainwright, if they can win, maybe they can be one of the teams with 3 points that sneaks into the bronze medal game. Shot from the point, easily grabbed by Schaefer. Pretty clear lane for Cole Schaefer, who has been good again tonight, as one would expect here. Hillmond is actually out shooting Lethbridge now 30-25.
Which is a little surprising, again, considering how much they've struggled offensively, but this afternoon has definitely been their best showing.
McKay has it, he shoots, tipped in front, they score! Nielsen got the tip on it, at least judging by his reaction, as he finally gets one to go.
3:13 to go, Scott Yanota's gonna head back between the pipes. How about McKay though? Number 7 having himself a very, very strong game. A good hard point shot from Mike McKay. Nice deflection as well in front by Nielsen. And we were talking about how well Hillmond has started to play in the offensive zone. They get rewarded there. Yanota's already halfway in the defensive zone here.
And 2 goals in 3 minutes seems a lot easier than even 3 goals in 6 minutes. Pass in front, Young almost got them within 1 there. Good stick by Wald, Zintel was coming back. Hillmond still going as, McKay's had a real nice game. He's had a real good tournament. This one's fired going towards the empty net, but it is wide, so icing another face-off down in the Lethbridge end. And here's that goal, again, coming off a face-off. Surprise, surprise.
D-to-D pass. McKay looked up, saw that he had a lane, fired it, and a gorgeous deflection. That shot was definitely going to be going wide if Nielsen didn't get a piece of it. If you're Lethbridge as well, keep icing the puck. You're up by 2. You can keep taking the defensive zone face-offs.
Man shoots, tipped just wide. Young.
Take free shots at the open goal as well.
Man fired again. Well, he kind of missed it, then it wound up in his feet, and he got it down low. Wald has it, flips it just over to Young, who's hanging out in the corner. Back to the point for Newman. Newman over to Mann. We know Brew Mann can shoot it. Payne throws it down low for Young. Young pitching in was Newman. Schaefer grabs it and holds on. Look at that, Newman just pinching in. He's at the circles, and little bobble initially from Schaefer, but it stayed within reach.
Gervais on the side of the net again, providing a needless whack to a goaltender. Not sure how that's going to help you win.
Big body in front, yeah. He's just trying to provide some traffic, wreak some havoc. But
all you're risking is taking a penalty at this point.
Exactly. Nielsen did the same thing, and he didn't do any unnecessary stuff. But now Lethbridge is going to take a timeout here as they just try to figure out their defensive structure. Maybe getting a word from the coaches as to whether or not they should just keep firing it down or not.
Coach Michael Teslak having a word with his boys here. Don't mind this either.
Yep.
Calm your team down a little bit. They're starting to put on some serious pressure now. Hillmond's had the puck in their end for, I want to say, 3 or 4 minutes now. It's just been consistently pouring it on. The shot clock reflects that as well, as Hillmond's climbed back to outshoot them now by 7 coming into this period. They were being outshot by 1, so 8 more shots for Hillmond.
It was essentially when they scored that goal to make it 6-3, where Hillmond had the goalie out for the last 6 minutes or so. Off we go again.
They've been money on the face-offs.
Been very good. Maybe a chance to fire at the empty net. Matson shoots and he scores. I think that'll finally do it. Resilient Hillmond may have finally just run out of lives here.
I think that's a great way to put it. They crawled back so many times in this game, showed some fantastic fights, some great character, but at the end of the day, Lethbridge, it was just their game to lose, really, and it's a big win for them as well. You can probably put a wrap on it. It's back up to a 3-goal lead. Cole Matson throwing one into the empty net.
2 minutes to go. Giveaway here, and Bilodeau will cut in. Bilodeau back to the point. Edmonds shoots, it goes wide. Brady Matson. On the other side is McKay. Bumped off by Cole Matson. This one comes in front for Bilodeau. He misses. Now Lethbridge with a spell of possession here. Cole, Brady, fired, stopped by Yanoda. Cole on a rebounded, just went through the crease somehow. Plays whistle dead. No goal.
No goal.
Not sure.
You just saw they just went straight up through the crease.
Yeah.
I think Lethbridge thought they scored.
As it had gone like under a lifted net or something, but no, that puck didn't go in.
That's what I was kind of thinking at first too, was how did that go through the crease so clean, but just the perfect angle for it to slide through the blue paint.
So $1:27 to play as Lethbridge leads 7-4. And then they'll get some of their other players out here. Taking that face-off was Dane Opel. Anderson shoots from a long way out. Rebound just blockered away, but right at Payne. Payne trying to cut in. Got a shot off, but it was a little wide. Good effort here by Payne, not quitting until the final buzzer. McKay over to Sparks. His shot is off a stick and it ramps out of play. Minute to go exactly.
Yeah, exactly 60 seconds to go. Another look right there in the slot.
Players just, Colton Anderson just making sure the skates are all tied up here.
Yeah.
Don't need those loose blades. A trip on a lace, that's
and hockey to boot.
That's a little embarrassing.
Yeah, it might hurt the ego more than anything.
Yeah, exactly. Face off here between Opel and Payne, won by Payne. McKay, Maydonic. Goalie staying in now as Hillmond, I think, is just kind of conceding where they are.
I'm sure the other teams in the tournament are happy about that. You don't want Lethbridge's plus-minus getting pumped up too much.
Exactly. That one will go all the way down, and I think it got a piece of McKay, so no icing.
Yeah, Yanoda comes out to play it as well this late in a 3-goal game, just waving off those icings, let them keep the clock moving.
30 seconds to go, puck turned over. Almost another opportunity for Lethbridge. Maydonic has it. Skates behind his net, drops it off for McKay with 20 seconds to play. Maydonic up for Young. Maybe one last rush here for the Hitman. Hurt hauls down Young, and Hurt will spend the rest of the game in the box, all 9 seconds of it.
A hooking call in the very dying seconds here. You know what this is going to do? It's going to hurt Hillmond's power play percentage, Grayson. They're going to drop to 1 for 8 unless they can find a way to get a quick one here.
In 9 seconds, yeah, it's just numbers now, eh? 27 Sparks is going to take the face off here as they'll look to run a quick play off the draw. And I mean, we've seen lots of goals going off the face off, but doesn't look like it here. Stansfield shoots wide, and that's pretty much going to do it. Newman across, broken up, and the Lethbridge Lightning will play for a medal on Sunday. 7-4, the victory here for the team in their second year of existence after going 0-3 last year at Provincials in Bonnyville. They turn around and will play for a medal here in 2019. Meanwhile, the Hillmond Hitmen, Tyler, why don't we just talk about this team for a little bit? Obviously 0-3 to finish this tournament. The Sask Alta League runners-up. Just a tough tournament for them. They got off to such a slow start, and I wonder if that just didn't hinder them the rest of the way.
Yeah, that first game, and it's almost like we saw two completely different Hillmond teams. I mean, that first game, they got blown out 7-0. They looked slow. Scott Yanoda had 35 minutes where he did not look good at all, point blank. And then they yanked Scott Yanoda. That last 5 minutes of the second period in their opening game was not good. And then the third period, from then on out, it was a different team, and it was a different Scott Yanoda. He was definitely a catalyst for this team's success, or the little success they could find. I thought Yanoda was absolutely tremendous. They had a couple other guys up front as well. Stansfield, I thought, had a really good game. Young was buzzing both physically and offensively. Brewman on the blue line had an absolute cannon of a goal in their second game. So some positives to take from the weekend, no doubt, but always stings to go 0-3 and know that you won't be playing on the Sunday.
Yeah, some of their bigger guns too, guys you would expect to put up a few more points, like the Jamie Sparks of the world, even Colby Gervais to an extent when his head was on straight. Was a pretty good goal scorer. Watched him back in Lloydminster when he played Junior B with the Bandits and with the Border Kings, the senior level, the AAA. And Michael McKay too, I thought was brilliant all weekend.
Yeah, I thought, and today as well, he was just making some really smart plays from the blue line. They got lots of power play time, which is when McKay can kind of flex his offensive muscles.
Jamie Sparks, the player of the game for the Hillmond Hitmen.
He was skating really well, ended up with a pair of goals as well, a 2-point game for the guy who was the leading scorer in the regular season, and Carson Bolduc grabbing player of the game nods. I mean, sometimes you're a little hesitant to give it to the best players simply because, I mean, they kind of always get those nods and that recognition. But at the same time, he was just so good today. 4 or 5 quality scoring chances, and he ended up with a goal and a couple assists as well.
Yeah, a couple of posts, and he was just buzzing the entire game. I think that's a word. You mentioned him pretty much every time. Bolduc buzzing, the alliteration works out well here. We'll take a look at some of the highlights and the goals from the game here this afternoon. Again, McKay with just such a smart little saucer shot, and Sparks tipped it in.
You know exactly where they're all going, and you know you have traffic in front, so throw a good deflectable shot on net, and that's what happens. And then Cam Hurd, I thought he was tremendous tonight as well for a guy who maybe doesn't play as much as some of the bigger names on the Lightning. He was skating really well, and that breakaway feed there and the finish was a big goal for Lethbridge.
And here's Bolduc's goal. Just a great shot going to that far side. Low blocker, getting it past Yanoda, and then just when we thought Lethbridge was maybe going to run away with this thing, Stansfield pulled Hillmond back again. And then
it was just kind of a tug-of-war kind of game here where Lethbridge looked like they'd finished them off, and then Hillmond would find a way to come back. And one of the many nails in the coffin here for Hillmond was that quick shot by Swanson. He had a good game as well, a 3-point night, I believe, for Swanson.
Yeah, and then just when you thought 4-2 was maybe going to do it, Jamie Sparks makes it 4-3. with his second of the contest. And then Lethbridge would go up 5-3 here. Edmonds, the shot tipped in front by Laramie Kostolansky.
Kostolansky's had a good tournament as well. These last 2 games, I've really started to notice him more and more.
And this was the one you thought was the backbreaker. Bolduc just dropping it off for Price, and how easy is that for James Price?
But again, credit to Yanoda. He was a treat to watch all weekend, and he almost stopped a shot right there that I don't think there's very many goalies in the world who can stop a 2-on-0 when you can drop it off like that and leave the net open, but Yanoda was right there, almost got all of it.
Nielsen tipped one home there to bring it within a couple late, and then an empty netter sealed the deal. So there you have it. Hillmond going home, Lethbridge moving on. That's it for us here at the Peace Memorial Multiplex in Wainwright. Hockey Alberta Senior AA Provincials continue in just a little while as we will have Daysland taking on Nanton. This is an ICU Video Productions Procast. Thank you to Dave Foley on camera, our switcher Alex Testowich, Rob Zitlau, our director. For Tyler Yaremchuk, I'm Grayson Knutson. We'll see you in just a few minutes for Daysland and Nanton.